plus 2 equal 4, not 5. Let me see if I can put this in your head today. 2 plus 2 equal 4, not 5. Tongue tied. Come on. 2 plus 2 equal 4, not 5. Yeah, get in your head. 2 plus 2 equal 4, not 5. What's up, y'all? For sure, back at you today with another one. Want to give honor and glory to the Most High on this Sabbath day. Want to come and talk to you today about us harming and killing us, or what we call black on black crime. Wrote some notes down. I want to make sure I covered everything. And I encourage you to like and subscribe, and give me pointers on what you think about the conversation. That way we can keep the conversation going, and we can learn. We can learn from one another. But I had a question. Why doesn't the black on black crime stop? Why does it not only stop, but why are some of us as black people starting to just point fingers at other people, blaming them for the things it is that black people go through, and then making excuses, for ourselves, keeping us down and keeping us from ever growing to the fullest of potential it is that we can get out of our own individual lives. Okay? The answer to a lot of these questions, like this topic, you can make 16,000 videos on this one topic. And the thing it is that I notice, not speaking ill of any minister or influencer, people, that are doing their thing, we refuse to go to the foundation of things. It's just like in school. If you have a math equation and the answer is wrong, the teacher tells you to go to the foundation. Look at all the variables. What led you to this answer? And if this answer is wrong, you know that it's something wrong in the equation. It's the same thing in life, even when it comes to God. The reason why I say that is because there have been what I like to call the planting of a lot of seeds. These are negative seeds. These are lies that basically we have been taught, even sometimes through the pulpit. Now, not pointing out anybody or pointing any preachers out or anything like that. If you are reading and walking the walk, as they say, going to work every day and how you treat people, and, trying to manifest the fruits it is that the Lord has shown you as a person that you're supposed to do, then you will understand and you'll hear what it is that I'm saying. I'm not a really big religious person. I love to read my Bible. I love to learn when it comes to different things, because everybody has all of these opinions and, no, we the people, we're the righteous people, we this, we that, and some of those things I find partial truths in, sometimes stuff is just rock solid, rock solid. And then other times you're like, where you get that from? The reason why I'm saying this is these negative seeds they have taken root into us, and we repeat them, and we treat them as gospel, but really it's just a person explaining something to you. And through your laziness, let's be honest, through your laziness, okay, uh, you just want to get that good grade to pass this class, or you're sitting in church just thinking like you're giving God some of your time. All of your time is God's time. Anyway, uh, I'm trying to break it down in a way to where I'm not preaching, so to speak. We have plenty ministers to do that. Some good, some bad. It's good and bad and everything. Okay, but we're forgetting the foundation. See, what we have been taught has been revised and edited, and the new edition comes out, and this, that, and the other, and this happens yearly. Has been happening for years. So, just like that math equation, if you go back and you take Hebrew Bible, King James Version Bible, take those Bibles, open them up, and go to the latest edition of the Bible that's been wrote, latest edition, and compare them to. What you'll find is you'll find things have been watered down, changed, taken out. You change one word in a sentence, you can change its whole meaning. But it's been done like that, and it's been done like that. Now, I pose this question to you. If God was behind that, and this person believes this about this, let's just pick a scripture. This person over here believes that, and 8, 9 other denominations believe it's something else. God is not the author of confusion. This is why there's so much crime, because we're in the black community. I'm gonna stop calling myself black. I'm gonna start calling myself milk chocolate American. Yeah, I identify as milk chocolate American. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a good blend too. I get that from my mama. A little bit from my daddy. Thank God I look a little bit more like my mama. But anyway, let me not get off topic. But the seed is bad, and the author of confusion is Satan. Now before I forget, all of this editing and revising and all, let's go to the end of the Bible. Last part of the Bible. All y'all Christians supposed to know. Y'all supposed to know what the end of the Bible say. Or at least, you're supposed to at least know about a good 5, 10 scriptures in that Bible. You've been going to church 30 years. Supposed to know way more than that, right? One of the things it is that we have been taught is to resist authority. Anything that God says that he approves and you go against deliberately, what does that make you? What does that make you? God said, this is how we do it. Procreation, this is how we do it. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you go against that, you go against God. Some of you might not be religious or spiritual like myself, but you know that there's a greater power. Most of the scientific people know that there's a connection, and certain things you do have a reaction, whether they're good or bad. Now, today, the reason why I opened up with 2 + 2 is 4, not 5, is God is not the author of confusion. Satan is. we live in a time now to where wrong is right and right is wrong. But God told us that too. And for the problem that we're having with our teenagers, okay, the ones that are close to being adult age, we still got time with the ones that's five, the children that are 5, 6 years old. I'm getting to that in a moment. But leadership and a stern hand is the only way that we are going to try to fix the things it is that we see our young people and some older people that are, you know, doing things negative in society, negative to themselves, negative to their own, you know, the things it is they have, negative to their pocket, negative to their relationships, negative to their children, negative to your parents. All this comes from those bad seeds, those seeds that we think that we're able to do because, see, a lot of us just listen to that person sitting on the porch having a beer, somebody at the barbecue, aunt, uncle, somebody that, that we just run to every time we have a problem, never paying attention to their lifestyle and how it is that they live. We just repeat. Okay. But this is the bottom line when it comes to that. And like I said, we have brothers that are out here trying to get the word out to people to teach us how to get the best out of our lives it is that we can. But a lot of us are being taught in a certain direction or a certain doctrine or a certain belief system, if you will. And a lot of it takes you away from the Bible. My book, Making Life Plain, I'm having a dispute with the company that helped me to produce that book. But Making Life Plain can be found on Amazon. It can be found anywhere. Francho Candler is my name. And I go through all of this. I go through step by step on how we got to where we are today and how it's going to get worse. But God has a protocol. And one of the biggest lies it is that we were told, okay, is more women on this earth than it is men. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset with me about this. I'd like to hear your comments back respectfully. Respectfully. If you come on my channel in my message box and you're, spewing out evil, I'm gonna pray that you eventually see. I'm not gonna pray for sin. I'm gonna pray that you be healed, and I won't respond to that. I'm not gonna go back and forth in a debate. I'm not gonna debate with people back and forth when it comes to the Bible. If you have a question for me, I'm going to answer you through the word. That's when I'm going to go get the book, open the book, and I'm going to let the word talk to you. Now, when you come to me and, you have something that you think should be brought to the table, please do it with the word out of respect for God. But God has a protocol. And this life of confusion that we're living in now, that all of the confusion when it comes to politics, the family or household structure, relationships, money, we have issues in almost everything, and we can't figure out why. Going back to the math equation, something is wrong. One of those variables is not right. Anything that's going wrong in your life, anything you have a problem with, you have to first of all search yourself. Get a realistic look at what you're doing, what your habits are, the people that you hang around, the influence that you're around, the influence that you allow your children to be around. And lastly, I just want to say this. Things will not get better. And I'm not saying this. I know that there are some good ones out here that are trying really, really hard. But the black issue will not change until we stop repeating these lies that have been planted. See, the enemy can't do anything to you. It's not like a movie, like evil is fighting against God. No, evil knows exactly what's going to happen. So what they're doing, because many fail, a third, and they were innumerable, fail, and those are the ones that talk to you. Those are the ones that tell you, yeah, you know what, your wife ain't going to catch you. As a man, you don't want no woman, you want a man. That cocaine ain't going to do nothing to you. You strong-willed. I don't need no man. A woman, I don't need no man. I can raise him. I don't need no man. Confusion is not going to stop, or we at least get a grip or a handle on it, until we go back and look at the foundation. God has a protocol. The fathers must return. Unless that happens, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Until we decide, there's only one way to do it. I know people that just out and out say they don't believe in God, will try to argue with me in my house, right? And I get up and I open the door, I look at them, and I look outside. Look at them, and I look outside. Then I stand there and just look at them. Do I have to get like Martin? Because I ain't gonna do this with you. I might not see that person for another 6 months to a year. But when I do see him again, hey man, hey, yeah, you was right, brother. Hey, if we could sit down and have a sensible conversation, okay? But I'm not gonna let you bring those spirits up in my house. There's a protocol, and we have to follow it, period. We have to follow it until we decide that we're going to do right. Oh, it's so many lies. It's so many lies we've been told. So many lies. And I'm going to try to cover as much of it as that I can. Just having an adult conversation. Adult conversation, And we're going to make things make sense. If they don't make sense, if something is going wrong and you're steady doing the same thing over and over, something is wrong. Something is wrong in that equation. Excuse me. Got an itch. But something is wrong in that equation. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. I'm going to put that in your head. That's in your head. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. One more time. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. Come on. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. I'm for sure, y'all, making life plain.